And this is the weird sort of deviation. I want to talk about this a little bit, just because like I feel like AAA has by episode 15 is a different show than what it started to be, in a sense, than what it started.
It's interesting,
as. And I don't know how it will morph, whether we're just gonna basically, because the way that we're doing this, literally, okay, we get questions, we answer them, but we are getting different questions. I suppose the way that
we're getting more questions from the supposedly woke left.
Precisely.
And that's what's interesting. And our project, the left is not that woke.
Yes, which we always suspected. But I mean, the project for this show was to give advice to mostly straight cis men on how to be better partners. Because we just thought that there's like a crisis of masculinity as such, and something to be said, for that to be covered in a safe environment. And whilst we're extremely lucky and privileged to like be able to be a source, to be answering questions that most of the time, fuck me, that more than anyone, like we're underqualified to answer, like, and this is why a lot of the time I feel like I'm hiding behind booths in a way, because like, hey, I'm a bit drunk, so maybe it's okay for me to say stuff like this, though I still believe in everything that I say, but it's just like, this is not a professional advice show, and because I suppose, okay, this is how I'm going to frame this. I was comfortable to drink during the show because I knew that any advice I'm going to give for the straight cis dude is going to be the right one, because it's my experience, it's my point of view, so I just know, like, I lived this, yes, I got something to say to you. Whereas increasingly, I feel like I can't necessarily, not even relax, but I don't know, like...
But we can't relate in the same way.
We can't relate in the same way. We're kind of, I suppose, we're drawing on other people's experiences or information that we find on the internet, which is extremely, useful and amazing. And we're so thankful that we're even able to give any advice at all, and also get some awesome, lovely praise and everything. But definitely, like, a level of responsibility is increasing.
But not only responsibility, but also that we might be caught out because the people asking the questions might actually know more about the topic they're asking us about than we do.
Definitely.
And therefore there's more risk of us saying something that might be like problematic or inappropriate or badly phrased.
Yeah, or badly phrased,
And so that's like... It's amazing that you are sending us your questions, but we worry that, I guess, that the expectation of having an answer based on what was originally just us. The whole premise of the show was us talking to someone in a pub. Literally. And imagining we're in a pub with you, and then we can say what we want from our own experiences. And now it's becoming much more, okay, I need to think about this from your take, which is not one I understand or relate to. But, and it is a different thing. And
which only shows the poverty of any content that is out there on this issue. So, of course, we're like amazed to be even like,
we don't mind, or whatever. But it just makes us feel like less, I guess, not comfortable, but like less confident in the advice we're giving, because it's not as likely to be the right advice.
Yes, precisely.
As if we were talking to someone who's like, I'm tending towards the alt-right, what do we do? We're pretty fucking sure we have the right advice for that.
Yeah.
So it's a weird question to have that discussion on, considering the masturbation one is fairly
but I think in a way, maybe I might crop this into like a 2-minute thing just to put it out there, actually. It would be interesting.
It's an important caveat that I do feel less relaxed with a lot of our more recent questions. But like I say, it shows the poverty, which...
Yeah, definitely. But it's just literally because it's just not our experiences and not our point of view. Whereas, as I say, like, the way that this began was very much like we were comfortable and literally could say that after 5 Negronis, be like, do that. Yeah. And apparently even that was helpful. Whereas now it's definitely, and this is why even like when we were outside just now, and you're gonna see so much fuck ups during this edit. I'm already having anxiety about this. Like, we were getting like quite particular questions straight away, like quite, stuff that I can't necessarily relate to straight away, and I think it's okay for me to also admit my limitations in that.
Yeah, of course.
And I was just feeling like I can't hear or I can't see anything, and I'm not relaxed. And I think the safety of us, as me and Rowan, doing this show definitely has to be our... We have to base
it on that. That's where we started.
But also, like, we always said, like, we're going to do this for as long as it's, like, fun for us. And as long as we're enjoying this. And though I am now as a service... As someone that's like, people are putting trust in me, that's incredible and stuff. I'm enjoying it less as like a bonding experience with you, or like
because they're not related to the questions.
Yes, yes, or just giving my the experiences that I've had, and fuck me, I had many to share them with others, and I'm increasingly speculating, which is, I suppose.
Do you not think that's also because we've been doing it for a year that we have? No, I don't think we have covered most of the topics we want to cover, because we haven't got the questions about the alt-right, I guess. Maybe we should do our Incel special soon then.
Maybe we should. And since, especially, I think if we're running, it's awesome, but I think we're now covering most of the questions that have been in the back burner as such.
Yeah. We have kind of time to actually go on those forums and find the questions they're asking of each other.
Yeah.
There might be the time to do that. Also, self-isolation.
Self-isolation. Maybe it could be a live stream as well, anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That might be...
Sorry, we're definitely having a production meeting here.
And this is not about you,
with all of you.
Question. That was a good question. That was not at all what we don't...
No.
We do want to answer all your questions, but we want to be able to answer them casually like we would if we were in a pub with you. And we're just not... And you wouldn't want us to be the people who qualified to answer questions about trans issues or disability issues or mental health issues that we don't understand, because we try our best, but we don't.
We need to have people that should be able to cover that stuff, We don't, and that's shit. And basically, if that's you and you think you can literally slap together, which is what we have, which is literally a phone, and these are the biggest expense. I think they're about £40 each.
But I would love it if someone did like a trans version of Anarcho Agony Aunts, or a autism version of Anarcho Agony Aunts or something. That's what we want. We want people to be having.
That'd be way more useful.
Yeah.
No, not to say that we're not great. We are.
We are. But we have our limitations, and we're not going to pretend that we don't.
Yeah. Yeah.